Next, we face the DNA dilemma. We are diving into megaloblastic anemia, a story of corrupted blueprints and bloated giants. Let's get straight to it. Look at our clinical case on the screen. A strict vegetarian presents with ataxia and a beefy, bright red tongue. Let's read the patient profile. A 50-year-old male on a strict vegetarian diet. His neurological deficits include ataxia, a stumbling gait, and peripheral neuropathy, which he describes as pins and needle sensations in his hands and feet. But look at the warning. His MCV is 115 femtoliter. Neuropathy, glossitis, massive RBCs. What is the corrupted mechanism? Let's find out. The core issue is that DNA synthesis halts while the cytoplasm balloons out of control. Look at the normal cell versus the megaloblastic cell on your screen. The mechanism is an absolute lack of B12 or folate, which forces DNA synthesis into a brick wall. The result? The nucleus is locked and cannot divide, but the cytoplasm ignores the halt signal and continues growing unchecked. The pathology term for this is nuclear cytoplasmic asynchrony, resulting in macrocytosis. So how does this look under the microscope? Delayed replication manifests as hypersegmented neutrophils on a smear. You can clearly see the large macroovalocyte and the hypersegmented neutrophil right here. Memorize this rule. Normal neutrophils have 3 to 4 lobes, but megaloblastic delayed DNA synthesis pushes this to 5, 6 or more lobes. Here is your exam strategy. If you see a 5+ lobed hypersegmented neutrophil on the PBF, write megaloblastic anemia and move on. But we have a problem. Two distinct deficiencies create an identical macrocytic presentation: vitamin B12 and folate. The dilemma is that both B12 and folate deficiency cause identical macrocytic anemia and identical hypersegmented neutrophils. So what is the objective? Integration of first-year biochemistry and neurology is the only way to differentiate the root cause. Let's look at the biochemistry. Both vitamins act as essential cofactors to clear serum homocysteine. As you see on the diagram, folate and B12 work together. The shared job is converting homocysteine to methionine. The shared failure is that if either key is missing, the conversion halts. The diagnostic result? Serum homocysteine levels are elevated in both deficiencies. So how do we tell them apart? Only vitamin B12 can clear the methylmalonic acid pathway. Look at the pathway. Vitamin B12 takes methylmalonic acid, or MMA, and converts it into succinyl coenzyme A. This is the ultimate cheat code. Vitamin B12 has an exclusive second job. The diagnostic result is that when B12 is missing, the pathway is blocked and MMA piles up in the blood. Why is the elevated MMA so dangerous? Because toxic accumulation of MMA directly degrades the spinal myelin sheath. The pathology is that high levels of methylmalonic acid are highly toxic to myelin. The diagnosis? Subacute combined degeneration, or SCD, of the dorsal columns and lateral corticospinal tracts as highlighted in red. The clinical link is that this directly causes the ataxia and tingling neuropathy seen in our vegetarian patient. Remember the pins and needle sensation? Write down this high yield rule. Folate deficiency never causes neurological symptoms. I repeat, folate deficiency never causes neurological symptoms. Now let's trace where these nutrients come from. Nutrient absorption follows a strict sequence down the GI tract. Use our mnemonic iron fist bro. Iron is absorbed in the duodenum, folate is absorbed in the jejunum, and B12 is absorbed in the ileum. Let's break down folate first. Folate stores deplete in months and demand spikes during pregnancy. The source of folate is green leafy vegetables. Remember, foliage equals folate. Storage base is the liver, but it has minimal reserves that last only 3 to 4 months. Classic deficiencies: malnutrition like severe alcoholism or increased demand such as pregnancy, which carries a high risk of fetal neural tube defects. Pharmacology blockers: drugs like methotrexate for chemotherapy and phenytoin for anti-seizures directly interfere with folate. Next is vitamin B12. B12 stores last for years but are exclusively found in animal products. Source: animal products only, meat, dairy, and eggs. Vulnerable population: strict vegans, like our clinical case patient, are at massive risk. Storage base: the liver, but it has massive reserves that last 3 to 4 years. Because of this, it takes an extremely long time for a dietary deficiency to manifest clinically. Even if you eat it, B12 is hard to absorb. Cobalamin requires a 5-step logistical escort to reach absorption. Follow the steps on screen. Step 1. Stomach acid releases B12 from animal meat protein. Step 2. Salivary R binder binds and escorts it safely through the stomach. Step 3. Pancreatic enzymes cleave the complex in the duodenum. Step 4. Intrinsic factor or IF binds B12 for the final journey. And step 5. The terminal ileum acts as the final checkpoint for absorption into the blood. What if that escort is ambushed? Autoimmune destruction of parietal cells severs B12 absorption. The disease is pernicious anemia. The domino effect works like this. Autoimmune IgG destroys parietal cells. That means no intrinsic factor is produced, resulting in zero B12 absorption. Secondary threats? This causes achlorhydria, no stomach acid, and drastically increases the risk of gastric adenocarcinoma. Also, watch out for other GI saboteurs. Crohn's disease destroys the terminal ileum. Diphyllobothrium latum, the giant fish tapeworm, literally steals gut B12. Let's summarize. Here is the definitive diagnostic matrix for megaloblastic anemias. Let's compare folate, B9, and vitamin B12. Source: folate is from green leafy vegetables, B12 is from animal products. Stores: folate is minimal, lasting months, B12 is massive, lasting years. Neurosymptoms: absent in folate, present as subacute combined degeneration in B12. Homocysteine: it is elevated in both. MMA, methylmalonic acid, it is normal in folate, elevated in B12. Classic causes for folate: think alcoholism, pregnancy, and methotrexate. For B12, think pernicious anemia, vegans, and Crohn's. Take a screenshot of this matrix. Finally, restoring the factory blueprints and preparing for total marrow collapse. Our case resolution. Intramuscular B12 injections bypass the compromised GI tract entirely, fully restoring the patient's bone marrow factory. But here is the teaser. You solve the DNA dilemma. But what happens when the blueprints are flawless, yet the entire factory gets hit by a nuclear bomb? In our next part, we will cover aplastic anemia and pure red cell aplasia.